Hey, it's Eric Leo 108, the sociologist, philosopher, and hip hop artist, with the Monday update for June 30th, 2025. I'm going to go into the Monday update, I'll read the blog post, and then we're going to go into a post I made about America that went semi-viral, and I'm going to talk about my response to it, and basically talk about why I hate America because I hate MAGA. Yeah. I need reviews for my book. Here's one of them. Can Will Do and 108. They're not doing well because there's no reviews. I need money for marketing. And we're going to talk about how I'm not successful because I get no help. I need money and there's no access to money. I release new music every Friday. The latest release is Race, which released June 27th. Last week's release was Frog, which released June 20th. The next release is the Prison Industrial Complex featuring Cappadonna of Wu-Tang and Teddy Mac, which drops July 4th. I'll give the Monday update and then I'll read the blog post for the Prison Industrial Complex at the end. I'm currently live on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I go live every Friday at noon Eastern for a listening party and 9 a.m. Monday for the weekly update. The Cowbeats Collective 2 album was released January 24th. The Global Warning album was dropped February 21st. The Sax Music album dropped March 21st, and the Tantu Gems album dropped April 18th. The Sea Love album drops August 29th. This is your reminder to please subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel. That was the Sunday update. This is the working projects and personal update. I did not do more content this week. I have to pick out songs and create segments for content. And then I'm gonna have Ryan look at it and pick out the best stuff to do content on. Yeah, I have to follow up with the radio stations. I didn't do it last week. I got busy. I have been keeping up with my mentors. Josh's Rapperpreneur starts this week. I don't meet with Buzzy and Joel for another 3 weeks. Because I have homework. I have 12 Fridays open for the rest of the year. Otherwise, I'm fully uploaded for the year. Alex did a remix of Read 108. I have to decide when to publish it. I recorded 11 tracks for the What Now 2 album. I gave Clubhouse the business plan. I'm also gonna see if I can't help me find a local job in real estate. I did not win the Kingston competition. Congratulations, Young Q. I will be buying the rights to publish my version though. I've been writing the Cosmic Love post. I've been writing the next Cosmic Love post. I'm uploading old posts in this new one. I'm updating old posts in this new one. No progress on book agents, GoFundMe, or real estate. Okay. That was the working projects and personal update. This is the blog post for the Prison Industrial Complex. The Prison Industrial Complex is my 124th official release and 208th track published. The beat is by Anno Domini, was mixed by Keanu Beats, and features Cappadonna from Wu-Tang and Teddy Mac. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm late. I'm about an hour late. I must have started at like 9:50 or 9:55, and it's now 10:03. I got up late. I should just change the time to 10 o'clock. I did a poll on Instagram asking about what I should do. What should I do a song about? And a couple people picked the Prison Industrial Complex. I was gonna do it anyways. Now all I need to do is one about the military industrial complex. I made it about the topic when I heard Cappadonna say, "Real fellas get paper, never end up in state clothes." And that's why I made it about um, the prison industrial complex. And because I wanted to make a song about the prison industrial complex. Private prisons are a bane on the United States, and slavery is still legal in the prison system thanks to the 13th Amendment. I found Teddy Mack for a really good price, and he seemed like a hardcore rapper, which is why he ended up on the tracks. I wanted to give it hip hop culture a voice, and Teddy did a great job. I am very happy and excited about this release. I intentionally released this on the 4th because it's ominous. Because it's an ominous tribute to the police state the United States has been striving for. Okay. I don't think I need to grab the camera. Okay, back to the Monday update. Well, I think we're gonna have to let TikTok go because of their policies. They can't handle things like this. Okay, every morning I wake up and have to cope with how dreams don't come true in America unless you have the money to afford them. Usually they end up on Twitter, but this one ended up on Threads. Okay, so I'm gonna explain my situation here a bit. So I live on disability for schizophrenia, for schizoaffective disorder. Um, everything stems from healthcare being privatized in America. I can't have a normal life because healthcare is privatized in America. I can't work and keep my healthcare. My labor power is exploited for healthcare, meaning I can't do my job and keep my healthcare. So, which means I'm limited in what jobs I can do. I either have to go all in, and I won't take a job unless, like, the job guarantees health care for the rest of my life. That's where I'm at. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna show how the system is shit because it won't allow me to be successful. Like, there's no like safety net. There's no help or whatever. It's just all on me, and like that's not how society's supposed to function. Like you're supposed to invest in your people. Other countries do this, and that's what I'm gonna get into. And plus, I want to rub my shit in the face of MAGA, because it's a piece of shit country. And this is why, because I can't. I mean, this is a huge issue that other Americans face. It's not just me, and it affects me in this way, and that's why I choose to not work because I can't work and keep my health care. Yeah, there's no reinforcement to be able to do that or whatever. So I have to sacrifice my healthcare stability or my health potentially for a job, and it's just not worth it. In my book, Farming Humans, you'll learn that you work to, especially the tax code gives billionaires more money. If you work for a corporation, they're extracting your labor. Even if you're not working for a corporation, they're extracting your labor. And I don't want to work for a system that just exploits me and doesn't give me enough to even live. Like I could work a minimum wage job, but minimum wage is not a living wage. So then I get kicked off of healthcare. I'm making minimum wage, and then I can't afford my medication, or to live, because minimum wage isn't a living wage. You're a piece of shit, America. And MAGA makes you a piece of shit. Okay, there's someone in here on TikTok. So, Oh yeah, you should probably go if you haven't yet. If you're Republican, because you won't be able to handle reality. So I made a post about why I hate America on Threads, and it went semi viral. I'm probably not explaining my situation well enough, but that's basically I can't have a normal life because privatized healthcare in America, and it affects like all Americans. And I write about this in my book, Farming Humans, about how it benefits no one but corporations or the wealthy because they make the money off of it, and it everyone else loses. I don't know how I got into the algorithm of conservatives, but all of them pretty much blame me. So I put out, I'll talk about the post that I put out. I just want to say that their responses are why I hate this country. They clearly don't know what they're talking about. Most are arrogant and disgraceful with no honor or empathy. And they're like all conservatives talking they're like all conservative talking points in response. Like none of them know what they're talking about or are always tone deaf. About three of them were genuinely inquisitive. Okay, let's see if I can't read this. So yeah, I wake up every morning and realize my dreams won't come true because I don't have the money to make them true and I can't work for it. And America's all about working for it because I can't have health care and work a job. So I posted another one this morning uh, that was similar, but it didn't go viral. What did I post? So this was Sunday. This was a day ago. I can't afford. I post. This is what I posted. I can't afford to go to graduate school. I can't afford a house, and I can't get a loan for my business. You're a piece of shit, America. I fucking hate you. So let's break that down. I can't afford a house. Um, the housing market in America, like we've turned a commodity into an investment. So this is like with healthcare. So people can make money from the American people and extract as much value as you can out of them. So there are a couple people here. So, anyways, I can't afford a house. I can't. I definitely can't afford a house on my. I can't even if I work a part time job, along with my disability. I can't afford a house, and that's not just me. That's like the average American can't afford a house. We're a renter society now because of the way America treats the housing. Like the housing department is gone. Reagan dismantled it. I could potentially get a job in an area, um, but I have to move there, and I've been waiting. I've been on a waiting list for years to move to Kalamazoo to be able to work a job, and get my get my footing, or be able to afford a house, or be able to afford graduate school. But I can't even get that far because the systems in America that have led to economic mobility and wealth have been dismantled, like education. Um, I can't go to graduate school because I don't have money. It costs it's like $40,000 a year. I don't even make a fourth of that. Like I make a fourth of that if I'm lucky, a year. And you want me to pay, like this is why America is a piece of shit. Um, yeah. So I want you to notice this is like rapping is like my fourth choice. My first choice would be to go to graduate school and be a sociologist. I couldn't do that. So I could get a normal job, but I can't get a normal job because I can't keep my health care and work. Um, this is my third choice. So I have to make unearned income to be able to keep my health care and everything. So that means investing in a business. And I've always been good at hip hop. And that's the business I decided to go into. And it's not like I'm growing, I'm making money and I'm growing, but I'm not growing fast enough. I need money to reach my audience. So I've been trying to find a loan to get to do that, to expand my audience and make more money, and so I can afford graduate school or a house, and I can't get a loan. Like every avenue is like blocked for wealth creation. For me, at least. And like this is what I mean, I'm a straight white male. I got one thing wrong with me. And like the system is shit. Like it doesn't work for people. Like it's supposed to work for me, but it doesn't. Not that it shouldn't work for like other like minorities, but I'm saying like the whole thing is like even if it's for their perspective, even if you're a straight white man, it doesn't work for you. So let's see. Let's look at some of these. I'm gonna read some of the comments and my responses, but I'm gonna read some of the main ones. Just leave is so arrogant and assumes they deserve to be here. So if somebody tells you, if you complain about the country and they tell you to just leave, tell them to go screw themselves. They have no empathy. That's like being in a marriage with your spouse, and you tell them the problem, they spit in your face and tell them why did you make them upset. They're abusive. They're pieces of shit. Tell them to go screw themselves. I'm trying to edit myself. Um, but yeah, they're MAGA, and all of these were like MAGA. They're like abusive, and they tell you no one is illegal. And I just want to say no one is illegal on a stolen land. So, like you can't just up and leave. Like the reason I don't leave is because I have the money to leave. Otherwise, I would have been gone already. Like I would be living in Canada if I had the money for it. And I might still go there. I may decide to get a job in real estate until I have a job history and then leverage that to move to Canada on a work visa. If I work, I'm probably leaving the country. I'm not staying here because if I work and then I fail, I have no health care. Because America's a piece of shit. America is not going to be competitive in the next 10 years. This is what I want you to realize. I'm going to link the post that I put. And that's the other thing is I'm like encouraged to be boisterous. So, like I don't like think all day about how I hate America. And when it really comes down to it, I hate MAGA because they're the ones that changed America for the worst. So I take it out on them. And they're the ones that have the most problem with me saying things like that America's a piece of shit. And they're the ones that made it a piece of shit. And what I want you to realize is because of MAGA, we're not going to be competitive in the next 10 years. Because of their assault on intellectualism and education and how they want people to be stupider and dumber like them, the country will suffer. And it will be the entire country that ends up their standing will diminish around the world. China will take over as the dominant world power due to trade and Apple training their factories. America will continue its descent into barbarism and anti-intellectualism and lose economic and moral standing around the world due to Trump and his policies, while MAGA continues cheerleading for the delineation of rights and economic freedoms. In other words, you're a piece of shit thanks to Donald Trump. Anything I can do to shatter MAGA's fragile little world makes me happy. I can only hope to ram how the country is a piece of shit down their throats as vehemently they do to the rest of us about Jesus and conspiracy theories. I don't care if MAGA doesn't like my music. I hope they don't like my music. And this is an example of why it's a good thing is because they'll get all upset and blow it up. I want to be like Tom McDonald and advertise to them about how America is a piece of shit and then rub it in their faces and claim it's organic. But yeah, let's see, let's read, that's what I had written. Let's see what they said. Something Goetta Blaster 2004 Get your life in order and things will get better. If you could, I said, if you could be more ambiguous, that would be great. Drew says, then leave, you fucking crybaby. Less people like you, the better. Ted, you're a child. Tell us more about how you're a super douche. This is my okay. So you'll see a trend in these. Oh, your music career. This is what Zine says. Oh, your music career isn't paying off for itself. Perhaps getting a real job that produces something of value will achieve your goal. Yeah, I have. I said, yeah, I have 200 tracks, and I'm an author of five books. Is that not a job either? I guess we should judge society by your shit empathy. What you'll find out is these MAGA people will tell you to do the work, and then once you do the work, if you're not successful, it's not that hard work doesn't pay off. It's that you don't have a marketable skill. Well, that's convenient. First of all, hip hop is a marketable skill. I have other marketing skills, other marketable skills. I can write. I can make short form content. It's just applying these and having opportunity in America. There is no opportunity. Like in the little small town that I live, like what gigs can I get? Again, I'm trying to move to a place where my skills are more. I even there's like 5 factors about what makes you marketable. And it's like, if they don't agree with what you're doing, that means it's not marketable. So you gotta work hard, but then if you work hard and do it and not successful, it just wasn't marketable. That's convenient. So marketability is demand, relevance, visibility, competitive edge, accessibility, and credibility. So there's a demand in hip hop, like there's a demand for hip hop music. It's like number 2 most popular after country, after recently coming down from number 1. Relevance, my music is very relevant. Judging by the reactions of these people, visibility is what I have a problem for, which is why I need the money to become more visible. So I don't have that. Competitive edge, I release every week, so I am very competitive. Accessibility, I go live every week. And credibility, that's why I wanted to get my PhD, but I do have a bachelor's. So, like, I'm very marketable. The problem is, I have to do it all on my own, and if I'm not marketable, it's because like I have no investment. Like, I'm doing the best I can with what very little resources I have, and if I don't have more resources, that's because America's a piece of shit. I'm on my 3rd option because I can't do it having a normal existence, and all the things that these people tell me to do, I can't do. So I tell a lot of them to cry about it. Well, you must not offer enough value. This is a merit-based system. What are your marketable skills? I was like, I have marketable skills. I can't use them and keep my health care in America. Then I can't get a loan to invest in my health. Check out canonwilldo.com where you can get my book for free, and a deluxe bundle, which is, again, I need marketing for visibility to reach that audience. To market to them, to reach my core audience. I need marketing dollars to promote this funnel and reach my audience, for example. I can't get it. And this is my 3rd option behind graduate school and a normal job. Nothing works for me. And then they say, you are a failure, not America. I know that's a tough pill to swallow, but there you are. Suck it up. So I tell you that I'm going through all the avenues America provides, and they don't work for me. And your response is to spit in my face. This is why I hate you, MAGA. This is why I will rub my shit in your face and tell you to fuck off. You're a piece of shit. All I do is fail. Entrepreneurs, all they do is fail. They get back up. They fail. They get back up until they find something that works. That's the life of an entrepreneur genius, but I've also succeeded. I am successful. I make $1,000 like every 3 months off my music. The problem is those successes don't equate to financial prosperity because the system is shit. Trump is making it worse, but you're the problem for supporting him. Way to make this country a piece of shit. That's you, MAGA. You make the country a piece of shit. Then Descent Willing Hunting. It says the United States is the easiest. This is my favorite. We're #1, baby. The United States is the easiest, softest place on earth to make it. That's why people come here. Stop crying and send me your resume and let's get you a job. I'm good at this shit. And then when I tell them I'm disabled and it's the system, they usually shut up. Because they don't know what they're talking about. Like, what they're saying doesn't apply to me. Like, I shouldn't have to work my ass off as a disabled person. Like, I can't afford, like, basic necessities still. I hate you, America. The United States is currently ranked 26th. I said the United States is currently ranked 26th in economic freedom on the Heritage Foundation's 2025 Index of Economic Freedom with a score of 70.2, classifying it as mostly free, far from the easiest. It's not the easiest. I need a job that will guarantee health care for the rest of my life. Until I get that, it's fuck America. You're free to leave. You're free not to open your mouth and have a wrong opinion. If you hate America, maybe you should relocate. I don't have the money for that. Even if I did, why are you blaming me? Why doesn't the system work? Why does the system work against me so much? It makes citizens hate it. Just because you're not affected doesn't mean people don't feel that. Fix the system or you'll see this more. Blaming America because you're a failure, try harder. I blame America for constant failure because nothing works for the average citizen. It all takes capital. Get a real job, pay your bills, and improve your credit. I have great credit. Then move to a communist nation. They will take care of you. I have good credit. I can't get a job and keep my health care. Congratulations on being what's wrong with the country. Then effing leave. Stop your bitching and get the F out of the country if you hate it so bad. You're the reason people want to leave and why America is such a POS. You're not being able to do those things for yourself isn't our problem. Grow up and handle your like an adult now. Maybe your country should get their together so you can. So go F yourself. So arrogant. Knows nothing about the system and just tells me to go screw myself. Tells a disabled person that's trying to better himself and is working so hard that should be able to get a loan. What you're saying to him is go screw himself because there's no avenues for wealth for him. This is what I'm talking about. This is why I hate MAGA. This is why I will rub my shit in your face. And this is what you do ideologically. This is what you do on a public stage, not just on the internet. You'll make ridiculous assertions and then be so arrogant about backing them up when you have no idea what you're talking about. This is my favorite. You should check out Venezuela. You can make 2020 Bolivar an hour. I told them you should go to Russia if you think America is being taken over by the libs. Cry about it more. And then they were like, what did they say? I don't think I'm crying at all. What do you mean? I was just making a suggestion that might work for you. Yeah, right. Okay. Bring up Venezuela. I'm not stupid. Get a job that will help you achieve your dreams. No, it won't, because I won't be able to keep my health care. Then I won't be able to make enough to pay my living expenses because minimum wage is not a living wage. The system is a piece of shit in America. People like you are affected but are too oblivious to realize what you're saying. A job won't help me fulfill my dreams. Money will. They make it so hard work alone doesn't pay off, and that's the thing. Minimum, like again, I can't get a regular job because minimum wage doesn't pay living expenses in America. Like I won't be able to pay for my medication. Then I help nobody. So basically, if I get off disability and go work, I'm in a worse situation than if I would have just stayed on disability. Like you give no motivation to work. Like people, the more money you make, the more you want to work. That's why nobody wants to work, is because they don't get paid enough to even live, let alone thrive. Like, but MAGA doesn't get that because they're like mentally deficient. So leave and go back to your go back to your poop hole country. I was born in America, bro. Way to be a barbarian. So it's America's fault you can't get what you want. Yep. Can't work and keep health care. Yep. Other countries, like, as demonstrated by every other westernized nation that has universal health care. If you wonder why I think I'd be better off in another country, it's because every other one of them has health care. Universal health care. I'd have a job if I lived in another country. I'd have a full-time job if I lived in another country. Feel free to vacate it at any time. I bet you have an $800 phone, which I don't. This is an iPhone SE. I need more phones for work, but they don't cost that much because I can't afford them. And pay hundreds per month for services to use it. I don't. I have one phone. This costs $30 a month. I can barely afford that. I'm thinking about switching to Mint because it's $15 a month. You probably go to Starbucks every day to buy an $8 coffee drink. No. I can't afford that. And even if I can't afford that, so I don't do it. We don't have a Starbucks. But I can't, like, and my favorite is, like, I made a joke about this in one of my shorts, and they talk about how like if you stop buying coffee, you just put that money away and put it in a money market account and let it grow, you'll be able to buy a house in 10 years. No, you won't. You won't be anywhere close. You'll be able to pay a month's rent if you're lucky because of how much the housing market is going on. All these rich people need to sit and spend. Like, this is what rich people tell you to do. They're so disconnected. They have no idea what they're talking about. If it's so easy, give all your money away. Give all your money away and make it and become a billionaire again. If it's all about work. This is him still. You probably have thousands of dollars in bling. Don't blame America. I actually don't even have the money to create like an image for myself. I've thought about this. Like, I needed an image for myself. You need to be, as an artist, you need to be able to have somebody dress up for you as Halloween and people know who that is. I need to have a style. I need to have a image, but I can't afford it. I can't afford clothes. I have to sacrifice food to put out a track a week, let alone the clothes. Fuck you, America. You're such a piece of shit. This is what I mean. America for things you yourself can control. Don't blame America for things you yourself can control. It's a cop-out. So even if I worked a part-time job, I wouldn't be able to afford a house. Like, I would barely be able to afford the marketing I need to be able to expand my audience. And then I wouldn't be able to focus on, like, I wouldn't be able to focus on anything for me. I'd have to make sacrifices, personal sacrifices, for the money to put towards that. It's just so fucking stupid. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I'm gonna rub my shit in your face because I fucking hate you. This comment is so incredibly dense. You're the reason people like me hate it. Look in the mirror and tell when you tell people to leave. A rapper sociologist, LOL, I think I found the problem. Do you realize that you have no empathy or realize or know how the system works? Because that's how you find the problem. Look in the mirror. Kind of sounds like a you problem, not an American problem. Considering 60% are living paycheck to paycheck, it's a national one, and you are the problem. This is my favorite. Enlist in the military. Yeah, go fight for oil because you can't afford to live. Sacrifice everything you have because you can't afford to live. And by the way, they won't take me because I have a disability. And then he's like, well, have you seen about getting a waiver? I don't want to go in the military. You shouldn't have to go in the military just to survive in your country. This is why you're a piece of shit, America. I'm 30 and I can afford all those things. You must have done something wrong, bro. Anecdotal experience is not evidence. Most people can't make it. It's the system. This is why you're a piece of shit, MAGA. You have no empathy and you think everybody is you. I'm gonna rub my shit in your face. You're just gonna have to work harder, old boy. Get off the internet and quit bitching. Yeah, because Amazon, the largest retailer in America, should get off the internet. Any more genius ideas? How is that anyone's fault but your own? Stop playing the victim. I told you because the system is shit and doesn't allow me to make it. But you're super ignorant. I'm sure you wouldn't understand. Get out, soy boy. Wow, what intellectual depth. Cry harder, you will reach new lows that way. I don't cry about it, I try everything, but nothing works because the system is a piece of shit. I'm not gonna cry about it, I'm gonna rub my fucking shit in your face. Maybe you should take a look in the mirror and ask the person you see in it, what have I done to put myself in this position? I got a mental illness and America's healthcare system doesn't allow you to work and keep your healthcare. Yeah, that's not my fault. That's because America is a piece of shit. Sorry, and I wish it wasn't, but it is. LOL, it's called working your way up through life. Hard work won't lead to prosperity alone. My artistry is proof of that. You need capital to make money in America. Your entire page is of tears. Grow a set of balls and stand for yourself. LOL, what do you think the music is for? Go back to your toxic masculinity. Then leave. You leave. You're the reason it sucks. Fix the system or get used to it. The only way to stop it is if you leave. See ya. We hate you too. Bye bye. Nothing new there. Nothing new here. The country tells me that every day by the way it treats me economically. Your children will feel the same way I do. Well, get the F out. Is that what you tell your kids when they tell you they hate it? This is what I'm saying. This is what the country is like. This is what MAGA is like. It's like an abusive parent that you tell them their problems, they spit in your face and say, "Why did you make me upset?" I'm gonna rub my shit in your face, America. I'm fucking. Your profile says you're a rapper. Have you tried getting a job? I can't because of the healthcare system. The exit is always open. Bye. No, it's not. Who's gonna pay for me and my family to leave? Guess I'll have to stay and ram it down your throat. Okay, that's about as much fun as I wanted to have. I think you get the picture about why I'm pissed and why I do the things the way I do. MAGA. Anyways, we'll leave it. That's my experience. That's I'll leave it in the description. I'll leave the post in the description so you can go read it. I responded to like all of them. I wasn't gonna let them get away with it. I I want to waste their time and make them pissed. I hope they get so upset. I hope they stoop in their hate. Okay. See you, TikTok. There was actually some activity on here. Did you guys have any questions? Sorry, now that I'm done with that. Thank you for the 11 likes. Let's see. Someone said facts. Listen to somebody. Obama the Great followed me on TikTok. That's what I'm talking about, Obama the Great. Thank you. You're awesome. Thank you for the roses. Limp Pump O Airbag. Someone says I agree America sucks. Wow, I thought I was going to get the worst reaction from TikTok. Okay. But yeah, that's my average experience. When you're poor, people blame you in America. Like it doesn't matter. Like they'll reach for hate. And I shouldn't say everybody. There's a lot of people that will help you. I'm in a community of people in America that help you if you're poor. But MAGA, I hate MAGA because they're not kind. They'll blame you. They won't offer help. They're piece of shit people. Like, they're terrible people. And they're ignorant and they're stupid. Which often means that they're terrible people. So, it's not all Americans. Most Americans, average Americans, agree with me. I'm the voice for the average American, but like, not MAGA. I hope I piss MAGA off. I hope they get upset. I hope they cry about it. They can go fuck themselves. Anyways, because they're wrong and they're arrogant and they're disgusting people. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. And until next time, you take care, TikTok. See ya. A 108 viewers. 1 gifter, 1 new follower. Alright, YouTube, 43 minutes. Guess I had a lot to say. That's right. Alright, YouTube, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my family. You're awesome. I love you very much. I did fart, but later. And I'll talk to you later. Thanks.